You talked about letting go, Shanjeev, and I think that's another piece is that we have a tool that talks about letting go and what letting go means. Because lots of times people figure they're letting go and then they can't be helpful. But it is letting go in order to, it's how to support them, but to let the other person have that availability to believe in themselves and how to move forward with their lives. But it's so hard to let go and accept certain things that we need to do different in
Yes.
this process.
Yeah, you are totally right. I'm 100% agree with you, because people don't have self trust, as you shared, like the
Yes.
belief. So if I let go of the thought of the past, suppose the thought of anger, thought of worry, thought of anxiety, with the deep trust within ourselves, what will happen? We
Mhm.
can let go of easily. But as you shared, it's a very beautiful things you shared. Sometimes people try to let go of it, but again they would like to come back. So so they are struggling. They are fighting with their own thought. There
Mhm.
the things doesn't work. And like
Mhm.
attract like. So the more we let go with the help of breathing meditation, which I explained to the people, the more we can create a space within, and then we
Mhm.
can help each other.
Yeah, it is, and letting go has been one of the toughest things when in our session to
Yeah,
have those conversations around that.
yeah,
It creates a lot of emotion, a lot of discussion, which is good
yeah,
because I think that's the other part
yeah,
is if they don't have a place or a space that you can express these thoughts and these feelings and being honest with them out without being judged. And it's just because of all the different things over the years that we have believed in, and we're learning now that there's a different way of doing things and perspective, and it's hard to take that shift from this spot to what I'm so used to another new spot. But once they experience it and see the change and see the results, all of a sudden they figure, wow, this, I'm just feeling less, that weight is less.
yeah, 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 yeah. And you're totally right. People are holding the thought of the past, therefore they are not able to let go of it, right?
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. And so that's what even I have seen my client, like who are coming, if there is a thought of a stress, if there is a thought of anxiety or depression happens because of the past moment, even
Yes.
I educate them, they are good at the moment, right? They can learn something from me. But when they do practically with the help of mindfulness practice, they are not able to let go of it, because they are holding back again and again, because they are struggling and fighting with the thought of the past, and that's what
Mhm.
the problem is there. Yeah,
Yeah. And I think that's the part. And
that's very
men,
important part. Very important part. Yeah,
yeah, it is. And also, I think, as you mentioned, it's the trust in themselves. And that is so hard because so many things have gone awry on them. And they're like, gosh, if I do this, this will happen. And, oh, if I do this, I do this. So it's helping to calm the mind, get more perspective of what it is that they need to do and be well themselves. Like it's so critical that the caregiver is well because their fears, their stress, that plays into their loved ones that they're trying to help. And when they calm down and approach situations in a more calm, constructive way, they're so surprised that the loved one starts to respond better. So it really does make a difference when they see that piece of them calming down and approaching situations.
right. And settling down of our useless thought, which is very important in order to become relaxed and calm down. That's what the lots of the people are struggling with the mind, and the mind is connected with useless and unwanted thought in the form of overthinking. So where the
Yes.
mindfulness practice can help them to create a powerful, awesome, beautiful thoughts instead of useless and unwanted thought, and then
Mhm.
it will help us to become settled down, and then it will help us to calm down our mind. So that's what I think.
And when you mentioned overthinking, that is so true because then there's overthinking, it creates overwhelm. And then they just, what else can I do? And they just don't know what else to do. So tools like what you're mentioning and tools that we can offer to complement what you're saying, it makes a huge difference because now they got tools and strategies that they didn't have before.
Yeah.
And they're seeing a difference in themselves and in their family members that they're trying to support and help through the process.
Right. Yeah, it is a tools, which we can help them easily to let go of their thought. And they have so much emotional burnt out, and not only that, when we live in this world, we are busy with our activity of daily living. We have family, kids, so many things like that, right?
Mhm,
So what happens? Too many thoughts. We are bombarded with too many thoughts, and
mhm,
therefore we are moving into the thought of the past or the future. So where we can help them, like with the help of breathing meditation or some other mindfulness practice, like how can we disconnect them from useless and unwanted thought. As I said, overthinking is one of the reason, therefore it happens, right? So we can
mhm.
help them to create a powerful, awesome, and the beautiful thought instead of useless and unwanted thoughts. So first of all, we have to settle down their mind in order to create a space or gap between two thoughts,
Mhm.
so that they can enjoy their life to the full
Yeah.
potential. Yeah.